Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well today. If you didn't know already, my name is Tony and I'm a second year medical student in the UK. So on my channel I make videos about medical school, and the company MEDIFY got in contact with me and asked me to review the new and improved online UKCAT course. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. So when people talk about MEDIFY, they normally talk about it being this question bank essentially with thousands and thousands of questions on it. But through going through the course and when I used it when I prepared for my UKCAT, honestly it's so much more than that. So I'll kind of go into a bit more detail in this video. So when you log into MEDIFY, you get 4 tabs that appear. That's Dashboard, Learn, Practice and Simulate. So under Dashboard, this is just where you get a snapshot of your progress basically. They show you the topics that you're not doing so well on, the sections that you are doing well on, and how many times you've logged in the last week, month, couple of months, just so you can track your progress properly, which is so useful. The second section is the Learn section, and this is where MEDIFY have collated basically videos and articles on advice for the UKCAT. So the videos cover all 5 sections of the UKCAT and help tips like flagging and shortcuts. Now, if you've watched my other UKCAT video, you'll know how much I love flagging. I think it's one of those small skills that does overall boost your score so much, and sometimes you won't even realise it. So I think it's so useful to have these videos. They've also got these written articles as well. So the articles are on verbal reasoning and decision making, just strategies to handle the questions as a whole and each individual type of question, because if you've looked at the UKCAT before, you'll know that they have subsections of questions. So for example, under verbal reasoning they have true or false questions. That's one subsection. It's really useful to have a strategy to go into the UKCAT with, or to at least start your practice with, because even if it ends up not being the strategy you use, you'll at least have a starting point. So really useful tips on there. The only minor change I would say, or the only improvement I'd say that MEDIFY should probably think about, is making written strategies for the other 3 sections. So abstract reasoning, situational judgment and quantitative reasoning, because it's so useful for the other 2 that it's a shame that we haven't got that similar help in the other 3 sections. But only a minor thing. Other than that, really useful videos and articles. I think it's very tempting when you get the resource just to go for the questions and go for the mocks, but having that foundation to start with will really help you with your practice. So I'd really recommend, if you get this subscription, use the Learn section properly. So the third section is the Practice section. Here you can practice over 8,000 questions that MEDIFY have collated and put together under the 5 sections. So with the questions, you can practice them as many times as you like, but you only repeat questions after you've done all the questions. So if you think you can get through 8,000 questions in your UKCAT prep, then you will repeat questions, but trust me, it's very difficult to do so. One thing I really love about the practice section and just MEDIFY as a whole is that the layout of the questions, it looks identical to that of the UKCAT. Now when you get into your actual test, you're going to have adrenaline flowing, nerves, everything, and it really helps to see something familiar. And because the layout, the colour scheme, even the way the questions are put like section wise on the page, it looks the same as the actual UKCAT test. So it's a bit comforting to know that you're not going to be completely surprised by the UKCAT. Another thing I really liked about it is that they time you on each question. So when you go to review your question, not only will they tell you whether your answers are right or wrong and give you a really in-depth explanation as to why each answer is wrong and then the correct answer is right, they'll also tell you how many seconds you spend on each part of each question as well. Another nice feature that MEDIFY have under this section is if you want to do lots and lots of questions but you don't want to do a mock, like you're not ready, then they have this feature called the time trials section, which means that they'll give you a set of say 10 questions and they'll give you the time you would have in the actual UKCAT exam, so you can work under slightly time pressured circumstances, but it's not a full mock yet, so you can ease yourself into it. Once you've practice to your heart's content and you feel ready, then the 4th section, the Simulate section, has a collection of mock exams that you can do. So I think there are about 3 or 4 mini mocks under each section, so each of the 5 sections, and then you've got 8 full mocks that you can do under time conditions. Obviously, because it's trying to simulate the real exam, MEDIFY suggests that you do it under exam conditions. No like pausing, coming back to anything. They suggest that you just sit down and do it, and afterwards you get an actual UKCAT score. So instead of just being told that you got 2 correct, 3 correct, whatever, they give you an actual average score between 300 and 900. So you can accurately see how well you're doing and kind of track your progress. If you've got one section you're struggling on, you can kind of pinpoint that and then work on it, go back to practice, try out another mock. So the mocks are one time only as well, so again, MEDIFY suggests that you use it when you're actually ready to be trying out mocks. But yeah, I just found this section really useful as well, because having 8 timed mocks is that's so much practice on how to handle your nerves under time pressure. What I love about this section is the fact that on the UKCAT official website, I think there are 3 or 4 full mock papers, and I believe they're timed as well. But having 8 mocks plus the 3 that UKCAT give you on the actual official website, that's loads and loads of practice of how to deal with the pressure of, you know, having your 2 hours to do the exam. One thing that's really nice as well is that anyone who's doing the UKCAT send, so anyone needing extra time, just click that you need the extra time, and they'll actually give you the accurate extra time, so you can again accurately simulate to the best of your ability how you'll be in the exam. Of course, once you get into the UKCAT, as I've mentioned before, you're going to be nervous, so it's not going to be exactly the same, but it's as close to the UKCAT experience as you can get at home. So all in all, the MEDIFY online UKCAT course is a fantastic resource, and I really couldn't recommend it more highly. It's so much more than just the question bank. They give you advice on tackling the UKCAT as a test, the 5 sections, the written strategies, and you've got the time sensitive mocks as well, which, you know, are as close to simulating the real exam as you're gonna get. I know I've said before, but it's so true. It's so important to kind of have an idea of how you're going to feel under those time pressures, and what sections, you know, you're really good at doing quickly, what sections you're not as good at doing quickly. So I couldn't recommend it more. The only thing I'd say that I would change is if they could add on written strategies for abstract reasoning, quantitative reasoning, and the SJT, as I mentioned before. But other than that, if you guys have got the UKCAT coming up, I really recommend going for it. They have subscriptions that are as short as a week or as long as 12 months. Their pricing plan is on their website. I'll leave a link to the website in the description as well, but I really couldn't recommend it more. So if you liked this video, then give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below for any other videos that you want to see from me, and yeah, subscribe. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.